Good afternoon. Today is the 23rd of July, and my name is Nagnath Bhagwan Rao Banate. And today I am going to discuss about the methods of threads in Java. So let's start. So first of all, I start with the threads. What is thread? Thread is the smallest unit of a process. That means it is, and multi-threading is used to achieve the multitasking actually, and we can also achieve the multitasking by using a multiprocessing. But the difference between the multi-threading and multiprocessing is a thread is a lightweight unit. That means the smallest unit of process, and it shares the same space in the memory. But whenever we using the multiprocessing, it shares the different memory space in the memory area. That's why it is always a good practice, or it is always a good solution to use multi-threading rather than multiprocessing. So let's see some methods of multi-threading in Java. So first method is a start method. Start method is used to start the thread which we are going to use, or which whenever we create the thread, and we must have to start this thread. That's why we use the start method to start the thread for the execution. So let's see the next method. The next method is run method. Run method is a main method for the thread whenever we create our own thread. This is the main method for that we created the newly thread. And the public static void main is a main method for the main thread which is created by the JVM for start the execution from the main method. So this is the similar as a main method. The run method we override from the thread class, or also we can implement the runnable methods that provide our run method. So there are both ways to implement the main method. One is override the main method directly from the parent thread class. Otherwise, we can also implement the runnable interface. So this is used to execute the code in the run method. So we create the thread, then thread is going to start the execution of from which method. The new, created thread is start the execution of from the run method. So this is the run method. So let's see the next method. The next method is a join method. Join method is used to join the thread to the another thread. That means whenever the execution of thread is not completed, or whenever the join the thread is not dead, the join the thread is waiting for that thread to dead. Suppose we create the thread 1 and we perform some operation in the run method, and we join the thread 1 to the main thread. Then main thread is waited to die the thread 1. So after the thread 1 is dead, the main thread is execute the next part, or next execution part of the program. So this is the join method. Let's see the next method. Slip method. Slip method is used to slip method is used to slip the thread for a particular time period. That means it's a wait. We can't say that wait. It is a stop their execution for a particular time period, which we passing in the passing as a parameter in a milliseconds. Suppose we have passed the 1000 milliseconds, and we are going to use method slip, and we are passing the 1000 milliseconds. Then the thread are going to slip in the 1000 milliseconds for 1000 milliseconds. So let's see the next method. The next method is a wait method. Wait method is used to wait method is used to pushing the thread into the wait method. That means wait state. That means it cannot recover from that state. Thread can itself going to the wait state, but it cannot recover, or we cannot recover from that wait state. There is also at least one thread is need to notify that state to come from the wait state. So this is method that is going to the wait state. So let's see the next method, notify method. Notify method is used to notify that the thread is present in the wait state. That means it suppose one thread is going to the wait state, then another thread is used to notify that state to start the execution continuously. Suppose if there is no thread going to notify that thread which are going to which are going to into the wait state, so that's why it cannot come outside that wait state. So there is always need to another extra thread or another thread to overcome from or remove the thread from the wait state. So this is the wait state. Let's see the next method, yield method. Yield method is used to suppose there are two threads are accessing the same method at same time, but whenever we use the yield method to the thread 1, then thread 1 is waited for the thread to complete your execution, and after that my thread 1 can complete this complete the execution of itself. So it is give the priority to the another thread and stop ourselves for their thread execution, for the execution of another threads. So let's see the next method. The next method is set priority method. Set priority method is used to setting the priority to the thread, and it is varies between the 1 to 10. If the thread set by the priority is 10, then it has the highest priority, and which thread is set the priority 1, then it has the lowest priority, and it is executed or depend on the priority basis. Which thread has the highest priority, it execute first, and which thread has lowest priority, it execute at the last. So let's see the get priority. Get priority method is used to getting the priority of thread which are going to executed. That means when we use the get priority method, then it returns the priority in an integer value, so in between the 1 to 10. So let's see the next method, is daemon. Is daemon method is used to check the our thread is daemon thread or not. And daemon thread is that means what is daemon thread? Daemon thread means when we declare a thread as a daemon, or whenever we set the thread as a daemon, it is known as a background thread, such as our garbage collector thread. Whenever we declare a thread as a daemon thread, it is execute or run background internally background. But whenever all the threads other than the daemon thread are terminated, the JVM kill the daemon thread and execute the code. If there is a work is done or not done, whatever happened with the daemon thread is not considered, because our other threads are terminated, then JVM must kill that thread. So let's see the set daemon method. Set daemon method is used to set the thread as a daemon thread. So we already discussed about the daemon thread. So these are some methods. Let's see the another method of thread, such as toString method. toString method is also used for convert the threads object into the strings and display the strings. Let's see the next method, get name. Get name method is used to getting the name of thread which currently executing. Set name. Next method is a set name. Set name method is used to change the name of the thread which we are using in the program. So I think these are the methods of threads, some methods of threads. I have discussed it in the video. So I can stop here. Thank you so much.